The Dodgers, the Dodgers, the Dodgers. For the past month and some change, that's pretty much all the analysts have talked about are the Dodgers and how they are one of the best and now the best team in the NL. And up here to recently, you could say that. There was an argument to be clearly made for the Dodgers being the best team in the NL. But there's a team being overlooked right now in the National League that we're not talking about as much. Sure, quietly, some people are giving them their flowers that are due. The national media is not talking about them. And I get it. Hey, the Dodgers, best record in baseball. Tony Gonsolin, Tyler Anderson, Clayton Kershaw, Walker Buehler on that starting rotation. And with the lineup with guys like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Trey Turner in it. I get it. The Dodgers have been very good this year. To me, there are some glaring holes in that starting lineup. There are some questions for me about that starting rotation and the health going into the playoffs. And in their bullpen, honestly, who is their closer? Who on the Dodgers is a reliable closer that you can trust in the playoffs? Now, you look over there to a team in New York, and I'm not talking about the Yankees because they're in the AL. I'm talking about the New York Mets. Who would have guessed, right? We knew at the beginning of the year the Mets were going to be very good. Unfortunately for the Mets, earlier this year, Jacob deGrom wasn't activated on time, and Max Scherzer went out with a back injury. And a lot of people thought that the Mets would kind of fall back in the standings. The Braves would overtake them because the Braves, they got hot at the right time. Boy, were those people that predicted that clearly wrong. Even without two of the top 10 pitchers in the entire league, the Mets have been able to not only win games, but dominate games. Dominate the Braves. And it's translated into a nice little lead in their division. And since coming back from the IL, Jacob deGrom paired with Max Scherzer has been exactly what we thought, an utter absolute domination and shutout of opponents. Now Scherzer has been unbelievable all year long. Just look at these numbers. 8-2 record, 1.98 ERA, 95.5 innings pitched, 120 strikeouts, and a 0.899 whip. Now these numbers alone would probably win you a Cy Young in the NL. But to utterly dominate like this, like the way Max Scherzer's been, and then you pair that with the undeniable best pitcher in the entire world, Jacob deGrom, oh, this just gets unfair. Now, please keep in mind that Jacob deGrom has only had 2 starts since being back. He's looked just like he did last year. A 1-0 record, 11 innings pitched, a 114 batting average against, and already 18 punch-outs. His last game, he absolutely dominated the Atlanta Braves. I mean, utterly dominated them in every facet of the game. It was surprising that he actually gave up a run, so much less as a home run. We thought in the beginning of the season that the Mets would be dangerous whenever this pairing got together. But then you pair these two guys with guys in the back end that can actually complement them in Chris Bassett and Carlos Carrasco, on top of having the best closer in the game at the moment, Edwin Diaz. What you've created yourself is a juggernaut of a pitching rotation, of a pitching staff that will shut out even the most elite of offensively gifted teams. And we haven't even talked about their offense. They have one of the best first basemen in the league, Pete Alonso, and one of the best shortstops in the league with Francisco Lindor. Now, yes, they have a few holes here and there throughout their lineup, but it's nothing that deGrom and Scherzer cannot overcome. And then you take this lineup and you put them in the playoffs. deGrom is your 1 and Scherzer is your 2. I just don't know if anybody in the NL is actually going to be able to beat the Mets this year with that kind of dominating starting pitching. Sure, the Dodgers are great. Sure, the Braves are very good. But the Mets are on a different planet right now with their pitching. And sure, in the playoffs, you're going to play the best offenses in the entire world. But right now, I don't know of almost any team that can go toe-to-toe pitching-wise versus the Mets. Because you're going to get 5 to 7 innings out of deGrom. You're going to get 5 to 7 innings out of Scherzer. And guess what? They're going to give up 2 runs or less most likely. And then you got to hope that if they go out of the game, you're either tied or you have the lead. Because if Edwin Diaz comes in to close it out, you might as well chalk that game up. The way that I see it at this current juncture in time, if you have deGrom and Scherzer back-to-back nights, in the playoffs, it's almost automatically guaranteed 2 wins. Because matchup-wise, I just don't know who matches up very well against the Mets in the NL. And if the Mets were to make the World Series versus my Astros, I hope not. Because I want no part in the Mets. I want no part in deGrom, and I want no part in Scherzer. Like I said, most people are talking about the Dodgers right now, when they should be talking about the Mets. Because the Mets are truly the most dangerous team in the NL. As much talent as the Dodgers have on their roster, the Mets and their pitching right now, Scherzer and deGrom, otherworldly. The only team that could probably go arm for arm with them is probably the Astros. But at the end of the year, if I had to make 2 World Series bets right now, the Astros in the AL and the New York Mets in the NL. That'd be quite some showdown, wouldn't it? But anyways, I would love to know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Do y'all think the Mets are the most dangerous team in the NL? Do y'all think that the Dodgers are the most dangerous team in the NL? Or just somebody else? Maybe the Braves, the Phillies? Let me know in the comment section down down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I have plenty of more content and videos like this. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Adios, mis amigos.
Hey, thank you for rocking out tonight. You could be anywhere in the world. You're right here. And I got my special guest, Tyler Lee, man.
Yeah, we bringing this all from the Keystone State.
Chilling on the Empire State until we run the entire stage.